Some ZYN nicotine pouches are now allowed to be marketed as safer than cigarettes. The FDA today authorized the maker of ZYNs to say that 20 of its products put you at a, quote, lower risk of mouth cancer, heart disease, stroke, and more when compared to cigarettes. Important to note here, nicotine pouches like ZYNs have not been approved as nicotine replacement products used to help quit smoking. The change applies to flavors like cool mint, citrus, coffee, and others, but it does not include some flavors that are really known to be preferred by kids, like black cherry and peach. According to a survey by the FDA, nearly 2% of middle and high school students said that they used nicotine pouches last year. 1 in 6 of those kids said that they, in fact, use them every day. I want to bring in NBC News medical contributor Dr. John Torres. John, the American Lung Association called this move by the FDA appalling. What are the concerns with allowing a product that still carries some risk to be marketed as safer than cigarettes?
And, Tom, I think they're exactly right, because the concern here is, number one, they're putting that label on there. They're saying it is safer. It doesn't mean it's safe. It means it's safer. But I think people are going to confuse that. On top of that, we do know that nicotine is one of the most addictive substances out there. And these pouches, 3 to 6 milligrams of nicotine, which can be more than a cigarette, than what you actually absorb from a cigarette. And so the concern is, will people be using this thinking they're safe, but end up using it because they get addicted to it, and then they move on to cigarettes? Or, again, they're saying it's not necessarily a way to come off smoking, but theoretically it could be.
But how much safer, quote unquote, safer is it really?
Well, from a perspective of some of these cancers they're talking about, I think everybody would agree they are safer because you're not inhaling all those toxins you get from a cigarette. However, there are things you can get from nicotine that could affect your health. Number one, it could certainly affect your cardiovascular status. It can lead to more vascular problems, more heart problems, especially later in life. And the addiction potential, especially for adolescents, teenagers, and even young adults. It can form your brain in a way that makes it an addictive brain to nicotine, which then again you could move on to tobacco, which is the big concern here. And so my caution is, don't think that safer means safe, but the way they read it on the label, it can be confusing, and I think people might be confused by it, Tom.
Okay, Dr. John Torres, thanks very much.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.